All right, what is up, everyone? And welcome back to another rendition of Sports Bets, but mostly Chaos presents to you. Can Cohoon guess the spreads? Week number 6. All
You
right,
almost forgot.
no, I didn't almost forget. It's just sometimes when I click it, it doesn't work and I have to click again, and it's just a constant thing. So, all right. Well, as always, before we jump into the week of games, let's go do a little flashback and look at week number 5 and just how it played out. And Kahuni, it was a little bittersweet, I guess you could say. Let's start with the bitter. The bitter part is that you only got 4 points. You did struggle. You had just 8 just straight up misses where it didn't cost you any points, but you also got nothing. So, which means that you're pretty much off a lot of games by about, like 2, maybe 3, 2, maybe 3 there. But the sweet part for you was your lock of the week is now streaking in the right direction. Now, if you remember,
I would hope so.
Cohoon last week took Houston with the points. He said there was no way New England was going to cover the 9.5 point spread that it was. And Houston just about won that game outright. And heck, if they weren't the Houston Texans, they probably would have won that game outright. So that was one of those games I don't think you really need to sweat too much, since Houston did kind of jump out early with that lead. And I always think that if you're relying on an underdog who has a lot of points and they come out of the gate with the first points, mostly a touchdown, you're looking pretty darn good for the most part, unless their team comes back and responds right away. So, all right, but yeah, so it was a 4-point performance after your record high with 18 the week before.
Came back down to earth.
You came back down to earth a little bit, but you know what?
Definitely.
I'm going to go ahead and send a limb and say you're going to go up this week. I don't think you're going to get more than 4 points. So, all right, Kahuni, the question is I have for you before we get into what the point spread is. My next question for you is, are you ready?
No, I said, are you ready?
Then let's play. Can Cohoon guess the spread? It's week number 6, and we're going to kick things off.
I see what you did there.
See, there we go. We're going to kick things off with Thursday Night Football. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go with Tampa Bay -7.5.
All right. So he is going to start things off with Tampa Bay. The road Tampa Bay Buccaneers -7.5. The first one, it is locked in. Survey says incorrect, but a point is going to go to you, as it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are favored by 6.5 in this game. 6.5.
So they basically have to win by a touchdown. I'm not doing it this early, but that's kind of feels like a lock of the week.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to do it this early.
I also just realized, what we're going to do? This is going to be it's going to be a sports bets and most of chaos first. So one thing I didn't get to was that I wanted to have a drop for a lock sound, like a lockdown, and forgot to do it. And I am not going to have it. I'm not going to play anything. I'm going to go on the soundboard and hopefully, okay, maybe that's not going to work. Okay. I'm gonna test this one. I have one I'm gonna try. I don't know what it's gonna sound like. So we're gonna try it when it gets there.
It's gonna sound like trash.
And hopefully it works. But we'll get there when we get there. When we get to that lock of the week. So we'll try it out.
Let's do the Houston Astros.
Let's just say by week 7 there will be an official lock sound for sure locked in. So all right, well let's keep things going. Let's get back on pace here. We're gonna jump to Sunday morning, and it's early morning. It's another London game, so a 6:30 start time here in the Pacific time zone.
The London Jaguars are finally playing their game.
Correct. It is the Miami Dolphins at the Jacksonville Jaguars over in London.
At the London Jaguars.
At the London Jaguars. Sure, we'll go with that.
My damn audio thing is all fudged up. Can you say something?
Check 1 2. Cooney, can you hear me? Yep, we're good.
That sucks. Audio jack's all messed up. All right. I don't think Vegas should be giving either team any 3 points. So I don't think they're going to give Jacksonville the 3 points, even though it is their home crowd. Uh, yeah, you could argue if this was played in Jacksonville, there'd be more Miami fans.
I also just realized this is the second straight week in the NFL of a battle of Florida because Miami played Tampa Bay. I mean, I know it's not in Florida, but
Yeah. I'm going to go with Miami 4.5.
Okay. He is settled on Miami minus 4.5 over there in London. It is locked in. Survey. What do you got?
Wrong.
Incorrect, but another point is coming your way. It is 3.5. Correct. Yes, damn. Miami is favored by 3.5 in this game.
All right, I feel good right now. I'm there. I'm just one off both times.
All right. Well, yeah. So it's not a great start, but it's a good start. We're gonna go now to the Sunday regular.
Have a good day. Have a great day.
And we're gonna start off with this matchup. It's the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears.
The Bears. It's kind of funny. There's people out there saying that the Bears are going to win this outright. I'm like, what the hell are you guys smoking? I do not want this. Whatever you're smoking, I don't want it. It's at Chicago. It's a division game. Packers are coming off a very close nail biter on the road to Cincinnati. Chicago coming off a win against the Raiders. I'm going to go with that. They believe it's a touchdown favorite. Green Bay minus 4.5.
All right. You said Green Bay minus 4.5, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It's written down, which means it is locked in. Survey, scoreboard, whatever you want to be called. What do you got? It's on the money. He gets it. It is the Green Bay Packers minus 4.5. And that's a 3-pointer your way. That is 5 points now for 3 games. So you've already surpassed last week's total, which means as long as you don't go backwards, you should be fine. So
don't speak it into existence.
Yeah. Another thing we should mention is this is the first week in the NFL of teams having bye weeks. So there's 2 less games that are on the docket.
Only 2? I thought there were 6 teams.
I believe there's only 4. I know it's the 2 teams in London. So the Jets and the Falcons, the Niners, and I think it might be the Saints. I think the Saints might be the 4th team that have a bye week this week. I know for
Seattle.
sure.
Seattle has a primetime game. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
All right. We're going to keep things rolling on. Next up, it is the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Lions have been keeping every game close, except for which game did they get blown out by? There's one game they
got beat up by Chicago really bad.
It's pretty crazy. Detroit's kept it close. I mean, against Green Bay for 1 half, and then they kept it close against the Vikings and the Ravens. At Detroit, but Cincinnati is the way better team. I'm going to go with the exact same thing I just did with the Green Bay one. I'm going to go Cincinnati minus 4.5.
All right.
Say that they're touch point favorites.
He's going. This is also your 3rd straight pick of 4.5 on the spread. So wow, worked out so far. It's worked out really well once, and it's worked out good for you another time. So let's see. The scoreboard, are you going to say that he is right again?
Wrong.
And you know what, we're just for the hell of it, we're going to drum roll this one just a little bit. And I really oversold it. It's another point. It is Cincinnati actually 3.5 on this one. So I know I pumped you up a little bit. I got to tease you just. You
didn't even do like
I didn't have one ready. I just got to tease you.
Yeah, baby.
I got to tease you a little bit, keep you around. So, but hey, you know what? That's another point. So 4 games in, you got a point in every single one. You're sitting at 6 points through 4 games. So it's looking good so far. All right. Keeping it going. Next up, the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts.
Oof. Did the Colts just play at home or on the road against the Ravens?
They were in Baltimore.
They were in Baltimore, and it was a 7-point favorite. So the Colts were only neutral field. The Colts were only a 4-point favorite against the Ravens. Now they're at home against the Texans.
I think you meant they were a 4-point underdog.
Yeah, underdogs. I'm talking to myself in the head. Just you just be a host over there and be quiet.
Just trying to help.
Just make sure you have a sound effect ready this time.
Okay. There you go.
Ha! You're funny. You're so mature.
They are who we thought they were.
Let's go with Colts minus 11.5.
All right. He is going to rock with Indy minus 11 and a half.
I say they're 8-point favorites on neutral field.
All right. It is locked in. Survey.
What do you got?
What do you got?
Wrong.
Incorrect. Indy, though, another point. Indy is favored by 10.5 in this game. 10.5. So still 5 games in, points and everything. You were sitting at 7 points through 5 games. So we're still on the morning slot here. So, all right. We're going to keep it going now. It is the Los Angeles Rams with plenty of rest here, traveling to the Meadowlands to take on the New York Giants.
We hit the New York injured Giants.
No, you're right.
I think Barkley's for sure out. Daniel Jones hasn't practiced all week. He's still in concussion protocol. They already lost Slayton. They have Slayton's out. Galladay's questionable. Sterling Shepard's out. Like, my God, this is just not even fair. But does Vegas pay attention to those? Well, of course Vegas pays attention to those. But Rams minus 11.5.
All right. So for a second straight pick, he's going with 11.5. This time rolling it with the Rams on the road. Survey, what do you got?
I don't think so, Tim.
It's wrong, but it's close again, as just like the last pick where you took 11.5 and it should have been 10.5. It's the same thing here. The Rams are a 10.5 point favorite on the road.
So the Rams, if you had the 10, 13, that makes sense. I gave him the 14. I gave him 14.5, but okay, 13.5 on neutral field. Okay.
All right. Next up on the docket, it is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Washington football team.
Yes. This is definitely a weird game because obviously the spreads came out yesterday, and neither Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill have practiced all week. Both questionable for this weekend. But I'm guessing that Vegas expects them to be in to face that secondary of Washington that's been really struggling. This is a get-right game for the Chiefs. Let's go with Chiefs minus... Screw it. I'm going to go minus 10.5. See if it happens 3 times in a row.
All right. He's taking Kansas City minus 10.5. Scoreboard. What do you got?
Not even close.
Kansas City is favored by 6.5 in this game.
I was so close to saying 8.5, so I lost a point there.
Unfortunately, yes, it is a lost point, which puts you at down to 6 again after that one. So,
because is Vegas making that? Oh my God, this is tough. Is Vegas making that expecting Hill and Kelce to miss? Because if Hill and Kelce, oh my God. I want to lock in the week this, but I can't if I don't know if Hill and Kelce are playing. Vegas must think they're not playing because that doesn't make any sense. If Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are playing, the Chiefs are winning that game by more than a touchdown. So this is my. What did we call it last week? When I
The
my
mini,
semi.
like a mini lock,
This
semi
is my
lock.
mini. This is
Yeah.
my semi lock with the annotations that
It's like
only if
yeah.
Hill and Kelsey play. Like if Hill and Kelsey plays, this is a lock and load, dude. There's no way the Chiefs, if those two play, lose by more than don't win by a touchdown.
Yeah, I kind of agree though, especially because it's like that bounce back game, that the get right game that Casey needs to have.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all right, we're gonna keep
And
it
Damian
going.
Williams isn't that awful of a backup either.
Yeah.
Or is it Damian? That might be the one who plays. Darrell Williams. Damian's the one who plays for the Bears.
Mm-hmm. All right, another game. We talked about injuries involved in this game earlier today, and it's the Minnesota Vikings at the Carolina Panthers.
Minnesota Vikings. This is gross. Absolutely gross. Carolina. We did no Panther sound.
I mean, I guess you could say the Jaguars close enough, right? Like that's close enough.
Yeah. The real question I have is Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey has been practicing all week, and he's still questionable. No guarantee he plays, but does Vegas expect him to play? Because if he is, I would think the Panthers would be favored. But after how they lost, I'm gonna go Panthers minus 2.5. We'll give the Vikings the edge if it was on neutral field. I think they're both close.
All right, so he is taking the Carolina Panthers minus 2.5. It is locked in. Scoreboard. What
questionable
do you have?
How about no?
Incorrect, but it is a point. You get that point back. Carolina's favored by 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
1.5.
That's why I was close. I was close to doing that.
All right, next up, it's an exciting matchup on the morning games. It's a battle of 2 4-1 teams. It's the LA Chargers at the Baltimore Ravens.
Best game of the week.
Is it though?
So far, with all the games you said, this is easily the best game of the week. There is one more game. It's in the 1 o'clock. Sorry, East Coast people who really don't watch the show. There is one game during the 4 o'clock time period.
There's one person who's gonna watch this on the East Coast and go,
yeah.
Guess he's not watching no more now.
I'm sorry, or that one extra viewer. Thank you for watching. If you are on the East Coast, you watch our show. Oh man, who's home again?
The Ravens.
Baltimore, right? Ravens.
Yeah, do you know the Ravens? So on Monday Night Football, that was the start of a really incredibly rare 4-game homestand.
I'm gonna go with Ravens minus. Are they would be favorite? Ravens minus 4.5.
Right. He is gonna take the Ravens minus 4.5. Survey, what do you say?
No.
Oh, it's close. The Ravens are favored by 3.5. It's another point your way, and you've had no games with no points in either direction so far.
Sometimes that's not a good thing because it could be 1 point, 1 loss, 1 point, 1 point, loss, 1 point. Luckily, that's not that way today.
All right, so another point your way. Let's see what I have. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Oh wait, hold on. Take that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8. Yeah, you're at 9 right now. So, and now we will shift now to the afternoon slot, and it kicks off with that game I think you were talking about because it involves the last undefeated team in the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals, at the Cleveland Browns.
Spoiler alert, there will not be a single undefeated team after this week.
Ooh.
Give me Cleveland minus 3.5.
All right. He says that the undefeated Cardinals are going to be underdogs. Cleveland -3.5. Survey, what do you say?
Wrong.
Incorrect, but a point is coming your way. Cleveland is favored by 2.5.
Neutral field, Arizona's favored.
By a half.
I can buy that. It's close. These two teams match up really well against each other. This is a game to watch. These last two games we just talked about, easily the best two games of the weekend.
For sure.
And the potential, you could argue both of them are well. What was the other game? The other game is you could argue as a potential playoff game, and then you could argue the Browns Cardinals. You can argue it could be a potential Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah, possibly, but all right, we'll keep things going, and I'm going to go ahead and limb and say that neither of these teams are playing in the Super Bowl this year. It's the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos.
Quit it. Move on.
Daddy, chill.
I don't know how Vegas is reacting to the Gruden news. It came out before the spreads came out. I'm just gonna say that it's a coin flip, and I'm gonna go with Denver -3.5.
Right, he has taken the Denver Broncos
It's either,
-3.5.
I will be very shocked if it's not Denver -2.5 or Denver -3.5.
Survey, what
What do you got?
Yeah, baby.
He hits it on the money. It is the Denver Broncos favored by 3.5. 3 points your way. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. You're at 13 points.
What was my record?
It's 18, and there's 3 games to go.
3 games? Oof.
So, and that's
I need-
it's 2 less games. It's 2 less games. All right. This will be exciting because this next game is the Cowboys at the New England Patriots.
Cowboys are a touchdown favorite on neutral field. I don't think Vegas is going to do more than that, so I'm going to go with Cowboys -4.5.
Right.
I think it's either Cowboys 4.5 or Cowboys 3.5. Cowboys -4.5.
4.5. It's locked in. Survey. What do you got? He got it again.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is
He
winning.
hits it on the money. The Cowboys are a 4.5 point favorite in this game.
My man.
3 points more your way. And what did I say you're at now? You're at 16 because you're at 13 before. So that's another one on the money. All right. 2 games left. 2 points away from your record. And you're doing with 2 less games. I have to keep mentioning it. But let's just get right to it. It's the Sunday night football game. It's the Geno Smith-led Seattle Seahawks at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I want to laugh because it's Geno Smith. But, dude, he played good against the Rams. You could argue he played better than Russell Wilson was played. Sure, he threw that one pick, but, I mean, it's at the end of the game. Everyone knew he was throwing it. But Tennessee's defense is so bad.
Pittsburgh? You're playing Pittsburgh.
What?
Seattle
I
at
thought-
Pittsburgh.
Who the fuck's Tennessee playing? Is that the Monday night game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. This whole time I thought...
No.
Okay, now this game's even more disgusting. This game stinks. Ugh. Geno Smith versus old Roethlisberger.
Oh, hell no.
Pittsburgh -3.5. I can't see Vegas giving anyone the edge. Just giving them the 3.5 because they're the home team.
So Pittsburgh minus 3.5 is the guess submitted. Survey. What do you got? Incorrect, but it's a point your way because Pittsburgh is a 4.5 point favorite. 4.5.
Okay, makes sense.
So let's double check what I have here. You got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
That's 17, right?
17 points.
1 game to go.
1 game to go. 1 point away from your high score.
And 2 less games.
Yep. It's Monday Night Football. It is the Buffalo Bills at the Tennessee Titans. I do want to mention you have not submitted a lock of the week.
I know. Because this is potentially my lock of the week. The Bills minus 9.5.
Said Bills minus 9.5?
Yep.
All right. With a new record potentially on the line or potentially tying it, he takes the Bills minus 9.5. Scoreboard. What do you say?
My God.
He's an idiot.
Oh, it's
Wrong.
It's wrong. The Bills are favored by 5.5.
Yep. Told you. Lock of the week.
It is. Yep. Nope. Yep. See, I tried and it said door locked, and I thought maybe there'd be a lock noise. So good thing we cut it off before anything got too far in that one.
We are about to get copyrighted.
I tried. I'll be more prepared next time. But it's committed. It's submitted, not committed. Well, both. It's committed, submitted. Cohoon, your lock of the week, just to be clear, is that the Buffalo Bills are going to cover the 5.5 point spread on Monday Night Football.
Yep.
All right. The sad news, though, is you did lose a point there, which does bring you to it's 16 points on the week. As I look at it,
they should be 10-point favorites.
You had 3 on the money. Misses, just straight misses. You had none. The big misses, you did have the 2. I should say the 3 ones you had on the money. You had Green Bay minus 4.5 and Denver 3.5, Dallas 4.5. No misses. The 2 big misses was KC and the Buffalo Bills.
Basically my two lock of the weeks.
Yeah.
So of course, one's with the annotations.
Yep. All right. And the Bills are your lock of the week. And if you get this one right, you're right back to 3-3. You're up to 500 if you can hit this one. So
I'd be very shocked.
So it shall be interesting. I was sitting there going like, man, he hasn't put that lock of the week in.
I almost did it on Kansas City and I almost did it on Dallas. But
yep.
Dallas has never won in New England against Bill Belichick. And while you expect it to happen this week, it's still Bill Belichick. And, he's going to do something.
Yep.
Remember what happened? Last time there was a tripping penalty that cost the Cowboys in Foxborough. There's always something.
Gotta love it, right? All right. Well, that concludes another episode here of Can Cohoon Guess the Spread. It's week number 6 in the book. John, we're a third of the way. This is a third of the way done with it. We have 18 weeks total in the NFL. Right. 6 are in the books. It's flying by a little too quick for me, I have to say. So, all right. Well, like I said, that does it here for us. Make sure to join us next week for week number 7. See exactly how John did. If his lock of the week pans out, I shouldn't say how John does. It's really just a lock of the week, really, to see how that pans out. And then we'll go through week 7's games. We'll lock those in and see if John can maybe flirt with that record of 18 points one more time. All right, that does it for us. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, be on the lookout for the big show coming tomorrow night. I think it's
and
episode
the forehead show.
and the
later this
forehead.
weekend.
That's a new name we've called it. It's the forehead. I don't know why we're doing this. I guess this is what I don't know. I guess that just got adopted as the move for it. But yes, the forehead battle between us all as we do our picks for every single NFL game. The winners, that'll be coming this weekend as well. So, all right, everybody, have a great night. We'll see y'all very soon.